Hello everyone, my name is Rawan Anani. I'm a Palestinian artist. I'm glad to be here with you to talk more about my artworks and about myself. I was born in Jerusalem. I'm originally from Hebron. My family lives in Albire, Ramallah. I'm currently in Montreal. We moved here around 3 years ago. I was raised in a family in an environment full of colors and artistic artworks. In our home in Ramallah, the house is really unique because it's full of artistic artworks such as sculptures, ceramic vases, decorative bowls, and of course paintings. All is made by my father. I don't know, maybe many of you know that I'm the daughter of the well-known Palestinian artist Nabil Anani. When I was a little girl, I spent a lot of time in my father's studio watching him painting and drawing. So as far as I remember that my father used to give us papers and colors and ask us to express ourselves on paper and to imagine, so just to use our imagination. Fortunately, I have one of my drawings with me here. That drawing, I drew it when I was 15 years old. I just want to show it to you. As you see here in the middle, the woman holding the vase, or a girl holding a vase and wearing the folkloric dress. So what I was drawing in 1994 is not really far from what I'm drawing now. I mean the same style. Um, well, uh, I did now for my education. Actually, I did a diploma in office management, and I worked for around 3 years before I got married and moved to Saudi Arabia. I discovered my talent in Saudi Arabia because I had plenty of time for myself, and my girls grew up and went to school. So I said I have to do something interesting in my life other than cooking and cleaning. So I was thinking of drawing. My family encouraged me, my parents and my friends, as well as my husband, and I started drawing on canvas. I remember that the first painting that I drew on canvas was about Hebron, my city. So I drew two women holding grapes surrounded with the vineyards, and the background view was Hebron. So that was my first painting. Of course, the techniques were very poor, so very weak, but with time, the techniques have improved. Of course, my father helped me a lot to improve my techniques and skills. I continued drawing on canvas, and in 2014, there was an exhibition at Zawiya Gallery in Ramallah. You know, this gallery is managed by my brother, Ziad, and he asked me to display some paintings in the gallery. So I participated, I remember, with 5 paintings, and he displayed 5 paintings for me. And I was very happy. It was like a challenge for me. So I remember after the opening, my brother called me and he said, Rawan, one of your paintings is already sold. So I was like shocked, surprised. Oh my God, that people appreciate my painting to this extent. So I was very happy. So I told everyone and I spread the news that one of my paintings has already sold. And I used to visit my family every summer. I go to Ramallah to see my family. When I met my brother, we were talking about the exhibition. I asked him, who's the buyer of the painting? And he said, come on. He didn't want to tell me who's the buyer. So I told him, I insisted. So he said, Rawan, to tell you the truth, your father is the one who bought the painting. So I was like shocked, as it was like an emotional moment for me. I was happy and said, maybe why you hid this piece of info from me? So I went to my father and talked to my father. He said, Oh, Roman, I'm trying just to support you, to encourage you, to just, I want you to continue drawing. So this is what happened. So I continued. Now I draw on canvas, but in 2015, I changed to wood or to paper. Actually, I consider myself as a watercolor artist because I don't know, I love watercolors. I love the effect of the paints when the paints mix into the water. The transparency is really nice. I love watercolors more than acrylic, but I draw from time to time acrylic. Um, in 2019, last year, I held my first solo exhibition at the Danish House in Ramallah. It was very interesting, and I met people face to face, and we discussed many points about my work, and I answered many questions. My style, if we can move please to my paintings, the watercolor paintings, Yusuf. Yes. Well, my style is divided into two parts. The first part is the cities and landscape. The second part is cities and women. So, as you see here, this painting is about Jaffa, Sunset Jaffa 2020, and as I see Jaffa in my imagination, I visited Jaffa many times before. See the holy places in Jaffa. Also, I draw not only, and sometimes I don't concentrate only on one city. I always draw our beautiful cities. We have beautiful cities, so I have many cities. So I draw Jerusalem, I draw Jaffa, I draw Akka. There are many beautiful cities in Palestine, so I like to focus on cities. And of course, I use colorful paint, and the painting is always colorful. I love vivid colors. I love warm colors. This is my style. The second painting also, it's about, if you can see the second painting, Yusuf, please. Yeah. And the second painting is called Woman of Haifa. Woman of Haifa, as you see the woman in the water. I like to see movements here in the painting. You see the woman holding, for example, the birds dancing in the water. I don't like to see women standing still. I like to see movements, moving their hands, for example, playing on an instrument, a musical instrument, wood, drum, or for example, picking olives, picking oranges. This is my style. This is what I like to see in my paintings. So movements are really important in my paintings. So of course, it's very colorful, vivid, and I concentrate also on the folkloric dress because the folkloric dress is really special, full of colors, beautiful colors, designs, embroidery. So that's why I always draw colorful paintings because I like colors so much. Also, let us move now to the acrylic paintings. Yeah, this painting is called Jerusalem Spring 2020. And as you see here, this is the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. And you see there is a church, the Russian Orthodox Church. It's a well-known church on the mountain. And the mountain is facing all Jerusalem. You see the wall of Jerusalem, you see all the holy places in Jerusalem. And of course, the blooming almond trees and the poppy flowers everywhere, the green hills. So I like to draw Jerusalem because it's really rich, has a lot of beautiful places there. I remember last time I went to Jerusalem was in 1999. So we used to visit Jerusalem before, but unfortunately now it's a little bit difficult to go there. So this is Jerusalem. The second painting is on Nablus, and it's called the Harvest Nablus. And as you see the woman of Nablus returning back to their homes after a long day in the fields. They are saying goodbye to each other. They brought some fruits with them. And you see the fields in the background. You see Nablus. This mosque is well known in the center of Nablus. It's famous with the green domes. And also there is the clock tower in the center of Nablus. And there's a church in Rafidia. And also you see the mountains, because Nablus is surrounded with mountains, Jerzim and Ibal mountains. So this is the story of this painting. And of course, the Palestinian women always symbolize the resilience, they symbolize the land productivity. So I always concentrate on women in Palestine. Well, by the way, Nablus also is famous with the yummy sweets knafe also. I recommend it if you go and visit Nablus one day. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.